Who's been a naughty boy, then? Who's a naughty boy?
Here's another fine mess you got into, Stanley.
What's wrong?
What would you say, they were, Stan? Eh?
I don't know, I've never seen them before.
We don't care if you haven't seen them. We want to know what they are.
Well, they're magazines, aren't they?
Your starter for 10. Go on.
Go on where?
You know what he's bleeding on about, Stan. Tell us what magazines they are.
The Lady?
And think about it. Bonus question.
Country Life?
Spot on, Stanley. Can't fault it. 10 out of 10. Stanley Quayle from West Hampstead, reading The Lady and Country Life.
Mr. Grantley, don't reckon the lady, Stan.
He isn't exactly head over heels with Country Life.
Look, I don't know nothing about them, honest.
You say you don't know nothing about them. You had 200 weight of them on the back of your lorry. Country Lifes, Ladies, National Geographicals. You even had some beanos and dandies mixed up with them. Mr. Grantley don't pay you wages to go down to Dover and come back with beanos and bleeding dandies, does he?
Going somewhere?
Only the Kazi. I'm busting for a Jimmy Riddle.
That's nerves, that is, Stan. Go on. Air conditioning, not all that. Was you thinking of nicking off somewhere, Stan?
No.
Well, I wouldn't. Not if I was you. But before you told me where those 2 other packing cases are.
Look, I wasn't lying. I don't know nothing about it.
Where are they, Stan?
Honest, I swear. Oh!
He's a lucky lad who's got it all to do tomorrow, Terry. Darrell Emsley. Terry McCann.
Mr. Daly's been telling me.
Terry's solid gold. 24 carat. Right.
Mr. Daly, can you tell me where to find the toilet?
Well, there's nothing out of order, son, is it? You feeling a bit, Uncle Dick?
Oh, no. I just want to use the toilet.
Oh, well, that's all right. You're through there. By the... There you are. Nice lad. Well, looking forward to tomorrow, Terry?
Yeah. We nicked a point off them at home, you know. Could get to tomorrow.
The wedding, Berg.
Someone getting married?
Darrell's wedding. Darrell and Trina. Oh, my God, don't say the GPO's cocked it up again. Your invite is stuck in a post somewhere.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. Still, not to worry, eh? I mean, I was never very good at those big occasions, you know, chit-chat speeches and all that. I'll be better off down with the chaps at Craven Cottage.
What, and let my little Trina down? What is my little Trina going to say if she thinks on the most important day of her life, you are giving her a blank?
I don't even know her.
Not personally, no. But you have heard me talk about her.
When?
Just now. What about Darrell?
What about Darrell?
Oh, I've been singing your praises to him all the way from the station.
Do leave it out, Arthur.
No. Leave nothing out. He is relying on you.
Hey?
And me. And you will be doing me a favour, which you owe me, and enjoying yourself. I mean, that can't be bad, can it?
Doing what?
Spending a 10 spot.
Oh. What, you mean you're going to give me a tenner to spend?
Terry, this is stag night, isn't it? I mean, I was going to show him the bright lights myself, like this big business deal cropped up.
No, Arthur, look, are you suggesting that I'm
No,
take...
Terry, every man is entitled to his stag night.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a condemned man's hearty breakfast. Oh, my stag night was a corker, I'll never forget. I ended up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oops. Oh, never mind where I ended up. But the point is, I don't want Darrell turning up at the church in the condition I turned up in. Her indoors has never forgiven me. After all these years, it still rankles. So, you... Oh, no. You look after Darrell, eh? What's your drink? Oh, it's over there.
Oi, it's Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, Saturday tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to make phone calls, I've got to arrange to meet people, you know what happens on Friday nights. I mean, the good Lord did not put me on earth to be a nursemaid, did he?
Oh, no, Terence, please, do not let us bring him into the art. The good Lord created us all in his own image, right? And then he dotted your car, as he dotted all our cars. But he dotted your car, mine. And that is your role for the night. Darryl, mind.
Where am I supposed to take it?
Well, just see he enjoys himself. Within moderation. You know, drink, yeah. Nightclub, yeah. Dodgy saunas and massage 2 floors up, ring bell and wait, it's definitely off the menu.
And you expect me to do that with a 10? Nah, it's a score or nothing.
Oh, no, Terry, I'm sorry. 25 is the absolute top.
Right, done. 25. Good deal. Thank you very much.
Eh?
25.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, I'm going to have to love you and leave you now.
You off, Arthur?
Dave, you're not coming dressed like that, are you?
Don't worry, I've got all the gear.
All right for some?
No, 25, right?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Take it.
Oi, where's he stopping?
Joe, didn't I mention? Be all right if he crashes down at your place tonight?
I've only got one bed.
No, that'll be no trouble. I mean, it would be more convenient if he kept to your gap tonight, because when you're on the shuttle in the morning.
Is there something else you've forgotten to mention?
No, Terry, I assume you will be picking up the bride and groom and dropping them down.
Oh, no. Saturday, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Saturday's football, innit?
But Terry, how are they going to get there?
Well, I don't know, get him a minicab.
Minicab? Really? Her indoors is all set on society wedding. She goes spare if they turn up in a minicab. And look, I've got a princess all laid up. Terry.
Oh, go on.
Good boy. I'll bring the motor round in the morning. See he gets his beauty.
Where are we going then, Terry?
Where'd you fancy?
I don't mind, up to you. But can we go on underground? I like underground.
Hello.
Hello, Rich.
Oh, God, Stroop, you did not make me jump off. I'm on my own. Wasn't expecting the phone to ring.
Yeah, sorry, Reg. Sorry to bell you tonight, but I thought I'd better check that the deal's still on. As you see, it'd be difficult to ring tomorrow. I've got a wedding in the family.
Yeah, of course it's on. I don't go back my word off, you know me. If I say I'd do a thing, I do it, sir. Hang about a second, Arthur. Hello? Anybody about?
Reg? Hello, Reg?
Don't me, it's him again.
Who?
You know, that bleeding bent copper, innit? What's his name?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. That's Ashmore.
No. Not little Mr. Sticky Fingers back in his antics.
That's all we need. We've enough problems without bent filth.
Arthur?
Everything okay?
Yeah, of course everything's okay. Why shouldn't it be?
Hey, listen, these goods that you're knocking out for me, they're not dodgy, are they?
Of course they're not dodgy. I've already told you, Arthur. They fall off the back of this lorry regularly. Well, they're ready for you now. Question of how soon you can call and collect them, innit? Tomorrow morning, sir.
Now look, that is the one day I'm lumbered, Reg. See, I can't do it tomorrow because I've got this family wedding.
You'll have to make up your mind what comes first, business or pleasure. Of course, it's tomorrow or not at all. Question of quick turnover in that game. If you can't pick them up tomorrow, I've got other customers who can, old son.
What do you think?
How'd you get the coffin in?
Well, never mind the fun. It's a very valuable vintage limo. Got a very distinguished history.
Yeah, history's the operative word, isn't it? Seen it, I'm telling you, no?
You haven't?
Yeah. Laurel and Hardy were driving it.
Going jogging?
No, I'm not going jogging. I've been sleeping on a bleeding sofa and it's freezing. It's got to be early, isn't it? What time is it?
Well, it's not that early. Must be all at 7 o'clock.
7?
Or something like that. Up by 6 type of thing.
Past 6? What's your game?
Well, I brought the limo around, didn't I?
Yeah, but the wedding march don't kick off till 11:15, does it?
Oh, no. Well, I thought I might beg a favour of you before the off.
What sort of favour?
Ta-da!
Leave off, I'm not wearing that.
But it's a church wedding, Terry, with a proper vicar and an organist. I mean, a chauffeur's hat would look right.
Well, let him wear it then.
Oh, no, Terry, please.
Get off! No, I don't care if it's Westminster Abbey and the Archbishop of Canterbury refereeing. I'm not wearing that. Put it back. So what's this favour?
Oh, I just want you to pick up some books I've bought.
Books?
Yeah. I don't suppose it occurred to you to put the kettle on, did it? Come on.
It's 6:30. What's wrong with you getting your own book?
Been well, hasn't he? Hey, you didn't get him legless, did you? You weren't charging around the flesh pots till the early hours.
Killer, that one, you know. Up west, on the underground, cheeseburger, chips, half a lager, down Shaftesbury Avenue, and round.
What for?
He wanted to see the light.
Oh, well, then you have a little bit of change for me, won't you?
What I was saying was, why can't you collect the books yourself?
Ah, be reasonable, Terry. What, a day like I've got? I mean, that's why I've come to you at the crack of dawn. I mean, I'll never be able to get out again once Sir Indoors has woken up.
No cigars, not this time.
It'll be bedlam at home at 9 o'clock. All the relations we're bedding and breakfasting, they're all over the place. I mean, where am I supposed to learn my speech?
My heart bleeds for you, Arthur.
Well, they're not all my relations, you know. Most of them are hers.
All right, what are these books?
Book? We're writing it. For reading. Yeah, look, take the limo. Make it a round trip. Bung the books in the boot. Here. I've done you an itinerary.
Watford?
No. This side of Watford. I mean, it's only a stone's throw out your way. Trina's Muswell Hill.
All right, I agreed to shunt the bride and groom, right? I did not agree to do a round Britain rally.
Oh, come on, Terry, I've done all the hard graft for you. Look, I've worked out a route. Not read it. Go on, read that.
Time of departure, 07:30. Proceed to Watford. Time of arrival, Watford, 08:15. 15? 3/4 of an hour from here to Watford?
Well, Saturday morning, 7:30. You're dawdling. Right, pick up books.
Pick up books, TOD Watford, 08:30. Return to base, TOA here. 09:15. Drop off literature, pick up Groom. TOD, 09:40.
And that gives you 10 minutes for a cup of tea.
Well, that's bleeding kind of you.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, you drop Darryl off at my place at 10 to 10. Put your foot down, order back doubles, Muswell Hill in no time. Pick up Trina, 10:30. Gives you all the time in the world to get to St Thomas's for 11:15. I'll see you there.
I suppose you don't want me to drop into a car wash on the way?
No, don't do that. You ruin the white ribbon. You're being sarcastic, aren't you?
Listen, this place in Watford, what is it, a bookshop?
Well, no. It's not exactly a bookshop as such.
Well, what is it exactly as such?
More your marriage guidance, you know, sort of marital aids and stuff.
A sex shop? You mean they're porno books?
Of course they're not porno. Bit fruity, yes.
He never said nothing to me about not picking them up himself.
Well, did he mention a wedding?
Yeah, he did say something, but he didn't say nothing about no Terry picking up his goods.
Well, could you try ringing him?
I've tried him twice. It's always engaged.
Yeah, that's Arthur. Trying to find out where I am, ringing you while you're ringing him. Listen, and I've got to take this bird to the church, right? The bride. Now, if we don't hurry up, she's going to end up thumbing it, isn't she?
Have you got any proof you're working with Arthur Daly?
Yeah, look at that bleeding motor. Of course I'm working for Arthur Daly. You don't think I'd drive a heap like that for fun, do you?
I'll tell you what. Drive it round the back, right? First left, then left again, and Raymond can load it up. But you do not drive it away from here until I've had a word with him, OK?
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah. Just let's get moving, eh?
Follow him. He's following the geezer in that tied up banger.
We're following him.
Wait! No chocolate milk in that front bedroom. That has been designated a no-go area to kids. The ladies' cloakroom, full of fur coats. Don't want you sopping chocolate milk all over the place.
Arthur?
What?
Telephone?
I know he said telephone, you stupid in-law. Daily residence? Yes, Reg. Terry? Is he still with you? He should be halfway to Muswell Hill by now, according to the itinerary.
I know, but I wasn't to know that, was I, Arthur? For all I know, it could have been anybody.
It's Terry, Reggie. Didn't you know you were?
Oh, well, don't go on, Arthur. He's leaving now.
He's way behind schedule.
I mean, now. As soon as you stop rabbiting on, put the phone down.
Tell him again.
Oh, what's all this?
What Arthur asked me to get for?
No. No, it should have all been stacked in a boot.
He has stacked up the boot. Wouldn't all go in.
But they're supposed to be books.
They are.
They're not, they're magazines.
Same thing.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Magazines are books. It's all something to read. Or look at.
No, look. This is a wedding motor, isn't it? I'm supposed to be taking the blushing bride to the church. And she will have something to blush about if she cops an eye full of one of these, won't she? No, look, you'll have to unload it.
Look, that motor was loaded up on Arthur's instructions. And if Arthur wants it unloaded, then Arthur can unload it himself.
All right, can I use your phone?
Be my guest. I don't want them. They're Arthur's books, bought and paid for. You can't unload them here.
Just open the doors, will you?
What's he expect for his money? First editions of Lady Charlie, autographed copies of the Kama Sutra.
Hang about. No worry. I'll find out where they're going. We'll pick them up again later. Oh, excuse me, Reggie Reynolds, is it?
Who wants him?
Oh, friend of Stan the lorry driver. Wants to see you, Reggie.
What about? Where is he?
Don't say you haven't heard, he's in the hospital.
Hospital? What's wrong with him?
He's had to have all his face stitched. He was in this accident.
Accident? What sort of accident? A driving accident? Did something hit him?
That's right, Reggie, something hit him. Me. I should get back behind your counter, Sonny, if I was you. This ain't any of your business, is it? And oi! I wouldn't go doing anything stupid like trying to phone the law, know what I mean? Smashing. We understand each other then.
Daily residence? Terry? What do you mean you won't have time to pick up the bridegroom? You should have picked him up already. Where are you?
No, it's a traffic. It's murder, right?
Never mind, don't tell me now. Listen, revised itinerary. You do the bride. I'll get young Mick to pick up Darryl, drop him at the church, and then double back here for the sherry. And he can squeeze a couple of her sisters in as well. Just a minute, Terry. Yes, Graham.
You don't happen to have a collar stud about the premises, do you?
Collar stud? Collar studs went out with Clement Attlee. I have not seen a collar stud since 1947.
Oh, look, I'll have to wear my other shirt. I told you wouldn't have one.
I don't care what it's got. You're not walking in that church in a top hat and a woolly shirt.
Terry.
It's not only on her best coat, it's all over your fitted carpet.
Yeah, well, that'll be all over my fitted carpet if it is. Listen, Terry, you can still do the Muswell Hill pickup, yes?
I suppose so, to push, yeah. Listen, mate, it's those books, right?
Never mind about that. If you can do the bride, we're in with a chance.
Don't walk on carpet until I've been in.
Hey, listen, did I mention the sherry? No, will somebody please answer the front door? I'm on the telephone. Look, just
I've
a
done
second,
what I
Terry.
can for the carpet, Arthur. But who only knows how you'll clean the wall?
You're all deaf or something in this place?
Excuse me. Listen, love, it's all right. That's mine. I'll be out in a minute. All right? Sorry, Arthur. What we... Arthur? Oi, Arthur!
Come on, stop playing about it. Get out of the way.
Jason, Tracy, stop playing with Uncle Arthur.
Playing with them.
Is it going all right,
Of course it is. Terry, look. Terry? Terry? Oh, my God.
You look a picture. Don't worry, love. It must be on its way. If there were any major hang-ups, he'd have given us a ring.
It's all very well you saying don't worry, Dad. It's not your wedding. Where do you think it's got to?
I told you, it's on its way. If it's down to your Uncle Arthur to send a vehicle, he'll send a vehicle. Better late than never. There's a limo with its ribbons up, pulling up outside now. Transport for the bride?
Yeah, that's right, Chief. You better wheel her out. I'm running a bit behind time.
Have you got room?
Oh, yeah, there's stacks of room. As long as you don't mind sitting in the front with me.
Where do I fit in?
You? Why? Who are you?
I'm Mr. Ellaby. I'm the father of the bride.
Well, nobody said anything about taking the father of the bride.
It's been an oversight then, because the bride's father always journeys with the bride. Always. It's traditional.
Look, just tell her to keep calm, right? I'll shuffle things about. But don't panic, that's all. And I promise I'll get you there on time, all right?
We'd be extremely grateful. Did anyone say anything about 2 crates of medium sweet sherry?
Oh, cheers.
Bride or groom side?
I'm neutral.
Friend or relative of the bride or groom?
I am the bride's uncle's business associate.
Oh, either side.
Business associate. Not many.
Come on. You all right, Trina?
Wonderful.
Won't be long now, if the lights stay with us.
You took your time, didn't you?
Arthur, no! You see to them, I'll see to these, right? Arthur!
Sorry about the sherry, Malcolm. How's my little Trina? Give you a comfortable ride, did she? Like being on a magic carpet sitting back in one of these, isn't it?
Hey, Blue, these books are yours. They're all magazines, aren't they? Bleeding thousands of them. That's disgusting. And that's what I said.
It's not physically possible. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of them.
Rid of them where?
I don't know, find somewhere to stash them pro temps. Take them round to your place.
In 20 minutes? Listen, according to your itinerary, it's 11:30 TOD, right?
Right.
Get the bride and groom taken to the reception at the Birkdale rooms, right?
Right.
TOA, 12:50 hours. Right. Well, that isn't humanly possible, is it? And there's another fly in the ointment. Is the old Bill on the official guest list, or is he a bona fide gatecrasher?
Detective Constable Ashmore? What's his case?
Been following me since what?
Why? What you been up to?
Nothing.
Well, nor have I, so it can't be nothing to do with me. No, there's nothing wrong in good, clean porn. We're living in a liberated, democratic society.
Oh, right.
It's supposed to be. Get shot of it. And where's your time?
Bridal Groom side.
CID. Terry?
Yeah?
I was a mate of yours here, Reggie, wants a word.
Reggie here?
Yeah. He's in the back. I'll just look after these, all right?
Excuse me. Pardon.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Many thanks. Morning, Mr. Daly.
Unexpected honour, isn't it?
I wondered if I might have a word.
Leave it out. It's a bit inopportune.
On the bride side or the groom side?
One of your friends wants to talk to you.
Just a bit closer together. That's very good. I like that. Yeah. Looking lovingly. Really lovely. Come on. Okay, right. Now, that's great. Perhaps we'll have a few group shots now, eh?
Yeah, immediate relatives and family. And that is immediate relatives and family of the bride and groom. Daryl's mum and dad over by the groom. Malcolm, your lady over by the bride. Graham over there with Maud. And Beatty and Detective Constable Ashmore. No, carry on, please.
I don't know what you want, Mr. Ashmole, but if you are immediate family, I'm filing for divorce.
I'm trying to contain my patience, Mr. Daly, which, under the present circumstances, I'm finding very difficult. I'm still waiting to have a word.
What, now? Now! Have heart, it's my niece's wedding. Can't it wait till after the reception?
If I get on the blower, Mr. Daly, which I'm of a mind to do, there'll be a squad of cars converging on his church from all points of the compass. Your niece, her hubby, and the rest of these good people will be continuing the festivities down the Nick.
What am I going to tell them?
Tell them anything you like. But you and me go off to have a chat, all right? All right, come on.
Get a bit straight line. Won't be a moment. There's been a slight hiccup over flight departures. This gentleman's from the travel agency. Carry on, Dave.
You got all the photos you want?
Right then, Mr. Daly. No, look, don't you right there, Mr. Daly, me, Mr. Ashmole. For starters, you can explain what right you have, or think you have, to arrest me in front of my immediate family and friends. And you better have a just cause, Mr. Ashmole. Otherwise, I'll have your superiors down on you like a ton of wet concrete.
Don't lose it, Bottle.
There is nothing wrong with my bottle. My conscience is clear.
Is it?
Crystal.
Forgive me for saying so, but you must have a very short memory, Mr. Daly. May I be allowed to jog it for you? Does 2 packing cases full of obscene publications ring any bells at all?
Obscene publications?
2 packing cases full. The ones your sidekick has been upping round all morning in a vehicle disguised as a bridal limousine.
That is a bridal limousine.
Oh, you do admit then to a knowledge of possessing this obscene porn?
Oh, they're not all that bad. Bit fruity, yes.
Fruity? It's downright degrading, disgusting filth. And you're conveying it not only on the public highways, but parking it outside the House of God. That's not only handling obscene publications daily, it's sacrilege to boot. You're for the high jump.
Look, Mr. Ashmole, I can stand a bent c***, but what I can't stomach is when they're holier than thou. All right. What's it going to set me back?
Are you trying to bribe a plainclothes officer, Mr. Daly?
I know you, Ashmole. You know me. Normally, I wouldn't give you a brass farthing. Come on, how much am I in stock for?
Dealing in obscene porno, muck. You could get 6 months.
Come off it. Get any of them books in a dozen shops in Soho. £100 fine would be about the worst, and a good solicitor will get me off. Nah, you set me up for this. You nobbled me at a time of maximum embarrassment and inconvenience. All right, fair enough. You win. Just this once.
You are trying to bribe me, Mr. Daly.
How much?
How much you got?
The photographer's finished taking the photographs, Mr. Daly.
Oh, I'll be there in just a jiffy, Michael. Just lobbing this gentleman a surcharge for the airfares.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, Mr. Ashmole. I laid out 250 for them books. I'm hoping to unload them for 500. I'll give you 2.5 and forget my profit margin.
250 quid to pervert a course of justice?
That's all I got on me. I'm not going to haggle with you. It's a take it or leave it job.
I'll take it.
You're his medical consultant, are you? Keep your face shut.
Darryl, Trina, you should have gone off in the leading car. You'll be first at the reception to receive the congratulations of the arriving guests.
He won't take us, Uncle Arthur.
He says he's waiting for you. Mr. Daly?
Who are you?
Relief driver, Mr. Daly.
Relief? Where's my man Terry?
Gone on in front. I'm driving you, and you, Mr. Ashmole.
Me?
Yeah. Mr. Grantley did mention that he'd be obliged if you pop along as well.
This motor has been specifically earmarked. Who is this Mr. Grantley? And what about the bride and groom?
I'd do as he says.
Get in, Mr. Daly.
I wouldn't argue.
Who is this Grantley? Is he one of your lot?
No chance.
Yeah, fine. No problems, everyone. Just a slight revisal of our previous itinerary. Now, I shall be journeying in this vehicle with, Mr. Ashmole. Darryl and Trina, you make your way to the Birkdale rooms in Malcolm's car. Oh, Beatty Maud, you came in Malcolm's car, didn't you? Well, do you think you could squeeze in on the way back with one of the bridesmaids and Dot and Cole? Dave, you can get the bus. Has the other bridesmaid any rooted objection to travelling to the Birkdale rooms on the back of Russell's moped?
Get in, Mr. Daly.
Anyway, sort things out best you can. I'll see you at the reception.
Lovely. Great. Do you think we can have a smile now?
Oi, driver, you're going the wrong way. Birkdale Rooms is in the other direction.
we have to pay a visit first. Mr. Grantley wants to see us.
Who is this Mr. Grantley?
Who's Mr. Grantley? He's the top man, eh? Right, Mr. Ashmole?
Top man in what? Villainy?
Villain? Is that what you called me, Mr. Daly?
Oh, no, I was speaking figuratively. I mean, speak as you find, isn't it?
I call that a case of right boot being on the wrong foot. Think about it, Mr. Daly. You were found to be in possession of property that legally belongs to me.
Yeah, but I didn't know they'd been nicked.
Did you ask if they'd been nicked?
Well, not in so many words, no. Look, Mr. Grantley, I honestly thought they'd fallen off the back of a lorry.
Do you also think that the comics and country lives jumped up on the back of the lorry?
Well, I don't know anything about comics, country lives.
It's been tried before. The lorry weighs out at customs, weighs in at the warehouse. The weight's the same. The load.
Yeah, I'm sure there's been a simple misunderstanding.
Not a misunderstanding, Mr. Daly, a criminal offence. You have temerity to call me a villain. You're the miscreant, Mr. Daly. You're criminal. I'm the innocent, upright, injured, law-abiding citizen. Is that why you use these tow rags to do your dirty work? Business executives, Mr. McCann. The business world is dog-eat-dog. It's up to me to ensure that my dogs are big enough to eat and not get eaten.
Yeah, well, they must have had terrible difficulties sizing up the opposition when they picked up Reggie.
Thou shalt not nick, Mr. McCann, because if thou dost, thou shalt get thy knuckles rapped. Didn't they teach you that at Sunday school?
Didn't anybody ever teach you that knocking out porno magazines doesn't exactly make you whiter than white?
There you go, Mr. McCann, like your colleague, Mr. Daly, jumping to conclusion. I do not knock out porno magazines.
Don't you?
Right boot, wrong foot syndrome again. You knock out porno magazine. My business is whiter than...
Waste paper? I don't dabble in scrap metal, but I'm more of a dilettante in scrap metal. Yeah, put it this way, if I was going on Mastermind, waste paper would be my specialised subject.
So, all these porno mags are down to you for waste?
Right.
You're not going to pulp them up.
Right again, Mr. Daly, I'm not. You're going to pop them up. I'm going to watch you do it.
But look, I don't understand. If you're going to pulp them into waste paper, I mean, why couldn't you make do with the comics and the country lives?
Render unto Caesar, Mr. Daly.
Pardon?
The country lives belong to you, the dirty books are mine. To each his own.
Do you know what this lot's worth?
Not a lot. Overissue, Pam. £5 a hundredweight.
Do you get a lot of this coming here?
Couple of lorry loads a month.
Look, Mr. Grantley, if you and me done a deal, I could make you a fortune.
I've got a fortune.
Yeah. Well, you could have another one for a rainy day, couldn't you? Do you know what I could get for these on the open market?
About 3 years with remission for good behaviour. These publications are the property of Her Majesty's government. Obscene literature, Mr. Daly, published on the continent. Confiscated at their port of entry by the Obscene Publications Squad. You and your accomplices were responsible for nicking naughty books that had already been nicked at Dover by the police.
You never mentioned that to me.
Never knew myself, Father.
It comes to me on government contract.
And have you got a government contract for these two Bob Bully boys to go putting themselves about, eh?
It's a hard world, Mr. McCann. I've an image to preserve.
Hey, talking of images, where do you fit in this jigsaw, Mr. Ashmole? I mean, you're not with the obscene publication mob.
Mr. Ashmole got wind of the fiddle my driver was working. And in his off-duty hours, unbeknown to his superior officers, Mr. Ashmole's been working a little fiddle of his own.
Yeah, like the 250 green ones he fiddled off me.
Mr. Ashmole will be towing a straight and narrow line in future, beginning now, by handing back your 2.5. I have overheads, Mr. Daly. I've had 3 highly paid executives on this one. They have to have their wages. I hate leaving filth like this around over the weekend. You never know what dirty, evil-minded so-and-so might try to get his hands on it.
Gentlemen, shall we make a start? I'm sure we've all got things we want to get away and do.
Get in.
I've told you before, pick on someone your own size.
Putting your name on the list?
I'm putting my name top of the list. You in or out?
In or out of what?
Listen, Grantley, I think this is a one-to-one situation, don't you? I mean, you don't want your executives mixing it with a copper, do you? Even one as bent as him. Could cause some terrible complications.
That's well observed, Mr. McCann.
Come on in.
Come on then. Come on, you toe rag.
You are not going to believe what happened to us. Only had it nicked, didn't we? Left it for 2 minutes, went into a little sweet shop, get a packet of mints, came out, there it was, gone. I mean, the CID deserve a medal for getting it back quite so quickly. What? Oh, Terry. What? He deserves 2 medals. They parked it up this cul-de-sac, see, these yobbos, then made a run for it. Terry goes after a big one, flying tackle, buff. Whoa, Twickenham wasn't in it.
Look, are you going to talk all day? Are you going to get them to Gatwick?
No, you are my son. Come on, my darlings.
What do you mean I am?
Have a lovely time. Put your foot down, my son, you'll make it.
I'm going to put my foot down one of these days. Get out of the way.
Well, as the poet said, all's well that ends up all right.
Arthur, oi! Come back here! Oi!
He hasn't said.
I've got to have an address, haven't I?
I'll get it for you, don't worry. I mean, he owes me.
Yes, I'm sure. Everybody owes you.
I suppose so. We got a pay rise in the pipeline.
Oh, yes. What are you, the shop steward?
As it happens, I'm on the committee. I'm one of the spokesmen.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, speak to me on the phone about the address, all right? It's your birthday. Again.
They never recovered a penny piece.
When he also done for attempted murder?
Yeah. I'll fill you in about that later, Terence. Thursday, you
That's
say?
right. And he did say you...
Oh, yeah, I know. You want to drink a double.
Double 50.
That's a bit strong, isn't it?
That's what Ernie said. He said you'd get it back in a couple of days.
It's a drink, Terry.
Arthur Daly's going to meet him outside the next.
Oh, yeah?
Was Daly in it?
Don't make me laugh. Arthur is a lovable rogue, as they say. Oh, yes, he'd like to get his hands on some of the money, but he wouldn't cross Ernie. No. I want that money. I'm due for that.
You always say I, Mr. Billing.
Oh, sorry, we partners, eh? Well, obviously I need you. Not quite as nippy as in the old days.
You're not, are you?
Bring the tools in, will you?
It's a bit stuffy in here. Can we talk outside?
Why not?
He's beautiful.
Yeah, no trouble at all, is he?
I had him for months.
Really?
I nursed him, I tended him, I mended his broken wing.
The old sort of film.
You being funny?
No, there was a film about it, wasn't there?
I don't know anything about that.
There was a geezer in it. Big fella, lost a teeth. Burt Lancaster, that's the one.
You looking fit, Ernie?
Yeah.
What was all that about?
That was a load of rubbish.
Clothes?
I don't want anything from them. I went in there wearing a nice suit, and I came out wearing the same suit.
That suit's come back into fashion now.
Yeah, that's 14 years old.
That's what I mean. All wearing suits like that now. You're always a snappy dresser, Ernie.
Was I?
Well, come on, and where do we want to go?
Hampstead. Highest point in London.
Oh, dear old London. You was always a romantic, Ernie.
Was I?
What did you miss most, Ernie? I mean, being away, you missed miniskirts. Oh, and a fellow went to the moon, but there was nothing there. Then there was the music. Well, no, you couldn't call that stuff music. You wouldn't have liked that. Oh, little Cliffy Richard's still around. Still a bachelor boy. Then there was a 3-day week, digital clocks, Muhammad Ali. Oh, and I believe there's something called VAT, but you don't want to worry yourself about that. Oh, all in all, that was the 60s and 70s for you.
I've seen the newspapers, you know.
Oh, I'm only marking your card, Ernie. I mean, Chelsea were up and down like a yo-yo.
Arthur, he's been to the Scrubs, not Bleeding Devil's Island.
I'm better informed than you, probably. Never mind the newspapers. I read books. Lots of books.
Yeah, I know. You always liked the book, even in the old days.
Did I?
Where are you thinking of living, Ernie?
Got any ideas?
Oh, flats are very hard to come by. Hey, didn't you have a sister down Croydon way?
How do I know? I haven't seen her since my old mother's funeral in 1962. God bless her.
No other relatives?
Look, Arthur, I'm not asking for lodging.
Ernie, please. My home is your home. The thing is, it's a tiny little flat. Kids growing up, you know.
Sure.
Pity you didn't have kids, isn't it? It'd be nice if you had a daughter with a place in the country.
Yeah, well, I haven't.
See, the thing is, I haven't told her indoors about you staying.
Forget it. Hey, you, whatever your name is.
Terry.
Yeah, Terry. Pull in here, will you? Bring the cage.
Nice manner, this, isn't it?
Yeah. No. I think I'll stay in a big hotel, something flash and comfortable.
Oh, that's nice. And you've earned it. And you've got the money, I imagine.
I've got plenty. Don't worry about me. Well, what do you reckon? Would he make it?
Oh, he'll be all right when he finds his mates.
Well, he's going now. He'll end up back at the Scrubs.
I had lots of good times with him.
Oh, yeah? What was his name?
Name? He's a bird. Are you stupid or something? He's not a fella.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Right. Off to West End to get some gear. You got any money?
Yeah, obviously I've got...
How much?
Well, about 450.
All right, give us the 450.
Yeah, but,
Will you get it back, Arthur, in 3 days? I'm gonna need you, fellas. I've still got some enemies, you know.
You, Ernie? Never. Always a very highly respected man.
Well, rivals.
Yeah, not now. I mean, a few unfriendly people, but most of them either dead or retired by now. That's what you should think about, Ernie. Retiring.
Me?
Yeah. When you get your pension, free bus pass, nice little place in Southend or Marbella, nice little hobby.
Ah, shut up, Arthur.
No, he's right, Ernie. You ought to think about putting your feet up.
Who are you? What am I, an old fellow or something? Hey, what do you want me to be, a lollipop man, is that it? I just served 14 years. I tried to escape 3 times. I was in solitary for years. I wore yellow patches on my sleeve of most of my sentence. No parole for me, son. No, but they didn't break me. Ernie dodged his back, and there's a few old scores to settle. Yeah.
Game little bleeder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's game, all right. But what sort of game?
Actually, that's not bad, is it?
Yeah, look at the price. Put it down.
Do you remember George Raft?
Scarface.
How do I look?
The business, Ernie, the business.
What? No one would ever think he was a gangster, would they?
Look at your gear. You look like one of them joggers.
You're quite right, Ernie. I keep telling him to get a nice suit.
Very nice, sir. I think it was made for you, sir.
I'll take it.
Thank you, sir. Account customer, sir?
No, cash, young man. And how about a discount?
Top hotel? No pyjamas, no dressing gown?
The man's right, you know.
Oh, well, I've got a bit left.
He can get them.
Terry, all right, Terry?
Yeah, Terry. Black pyjamas, size 40. Got that?
I think I can remember 40. What about the dressing gown, black?
Naturally.
Get receipts.
Naturally. Well, I'll tell you what else you didn't get. Nice belt. Crocodile or something with a nice gold buckle, eh?
Gold?
Well, gold-plated then.
I like it. In time, I get to like you too, Terry.
I'm a little diamond, me.
Diamonds.
Just a figure of speech, Arthur.
I need some walking about money, Arthur, you know. Petty cash.
Look, Ernie, I'm not saying you won't give it back, but when do you expect to get your money?
3 days.
Oh, I see. It's in the country, is it?
It's in a bank.
Bank?
Yeah.
I thought you nicked it from a bank in the first place.
And I put it in another bank.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. It's in a deposit account. That's why I have to give prior notice of 3 days before I can get it out.
All that dough and interest.
And I've always said, you know, this country's got one of the finest banking systems in the world.
Yeah, your Swiss bank account is all very well, but there's nothing wrong with the old lady of Fred Needle Street.
That screw, Spencer, he was better than most so-called friends. Never trust a villain, eh, Arthur?
No.
The code of the underworld? There's a joke for you. Ron Grundy grasped me. Some guy was going to get me a motor lawn. 10 grand. Never saw him. And I bought the car off you.
Me?
Yeah, Daimler. 990 quid.
Oh, yeah, as it happens, that motor, I remember now. I got a very small margin of profit on that car. A few pennies over the book price.
Ah, it's peanuts, Arthur. Some other guy had an aeroplane he was going to drive me to Belgium. I waited in the field in Essex, and he never showed up. The money was dwindling away.
Plastic surgery?
Well, you think I haven't tried that? Top man, so they told me. You know, I don't think he ever touched me. You remember in them days I had a moustache?
Oh, yeah.
You know what he done? On my life, he shaved the moustache off, and I looked more like me than I was before.
Harley Street, was it?
I wasn't doing it on the National Health, was I? That was 20 grand extra.
20? That much?
top your glass up, Arthur.
Yeah, I think I will.
You see, I couldn't hide it under the floorboard. Didn't have a room, never mind a floor, and I couldn't trust Beryl.
Ah, dear old Beryl. Whatever happened to her?
She went to Rhodesia. She thought it was a real white country. Anyway, I thought. I was odds on for capture, you know. And then I had the idea. I put the rest of the money in the bank. Clever, wasn't it?
Amazing. Hey, what about references?
Nah. When you take your money out, they need references. But they're not so clever when you're putting money in.
Excuse me. You must be Terry.
And you must be the Paul's girl.
You're not that lucky. Can I have a little word with you?
Of course you. Hold on, that ain't your husband, is it?
Look inside the car. That's my father, Ron Grundy.
Well, he's got a very lovely daughter.
And she's got a lot of expensive habits.
Like what?
I had a very deprived childhood. But my father was away for a long time.
So was mine, but he didn't buy me nice motors like that.
I'm a hard-working girl.
Oh.
I think perhaps you and I ought to have a little cocktail, Terry.
Why?
Proposition.
Sexual, I hope.
You never know. But I was thinking of something else.
No, the thing is, I'm a bit busy at the moment.
A couple of minutes?
You see, I can't stand the company of screws.
Just me and you. My name's Kate.
You're all right, Kate.
You stay with my father. You can sit in the car. You'd like that.
So. No, I'll get it. How much?
£1.52, please, sir.
There you go. So.
You know Mr. Billings?
No, I don't know. I thought we were going to have a private little chat.
Hello, McCann.
No, I don't know you, pal, but I get the message. They've all got the same way of talking.
Sorry about that. Retired.
No, I don't want to know.
Terry, don't be stupid.
Yeah, that's right. At least hear us out. Come on.
All right, I'm sitting comfortably. Begin.
Yeah. You're not a friend of Ernie Dodd's, are you? I mean, you don't owe him anything. Different generation. And what'll you get, a monkey? An Arthur, a grand, maybe? Services rendered? We're talking about real money.
You gonna nick his dough?
Not nick. There's plenty enough for everybody. My dad didn't get a penny and he was on the job.
And what about you, mister?
Billings is the name. Well, you could say I was associated with.
And Super Screw out there?
A junior partner. He's very close to Ernie. Well, what we've got here is more like a consortium.
Oh, like one of them big oil companies, eh?
Oh, sort of. We're exploring for money.
Why don't you just leave him alone? He's done his time, hasn't he?
I'm surprised about you, Terry. You could be a rich man.
Oh, how's that?
You could be the man on the inside.
I could be the man right inside.
Thieving from a thief.
You're a right little charmer, aren't you? Gonna make a lovely mum.
Terry, don't be an idiot. We're going to get that money one way or another. If you're around, it just makes it more difficult, that's all.
That's all.
What are you gonna do?
There are 4 of us.
What, 2 old age pensioners? You, Super Screw? Oh, we're surrounded, are we?
Terry. Get on the right side.
Your side?
Yeah. Here's my number. We don't need the others.
Yeah, you're a right little fighter, aren't you?
When you call me?
Got your number, haven't I?
Oh. Knocked him up while you waited, did they?
Well, I obviously had to get the best gear, didn't I? You having a little Moriarty?
Yeah.
Have some champers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yes, nice. You got taste. Wouldn't have believed it.
He's a nutty dresser, isn't he?
Receipts.
Oh, yes. Welcome.
What?
Hey?
Where'd you get that stuff?
Liberties.
You can say that again.
Well, you said yourself. Top man, isn't he?
Pyjamas? You get a three-piece suite for that?
Well, there you couldn't.
I couldn't get him dodgy smuggler, could I? Dear. What?
Here we are then. Handsome, isn't it?
Amazing. It's very nice. He's got an eye for a dressing gown, as Terry.
Oh, listen, do you know a geezer called Grundy?
What about him?
He's downstairs.
I'll throttle him.
Don't get out your pram.
No, that's it, Ernie. Sit down and have a little drink. What's the strength, Terry?
There's 4 of them. And they want his dough, or some of it. Billings?
He put me inside.
Yeah, and there's Spencer, the screw.
Who else?
Grundy's daughter, Kate.
We don't need to think about her.
Do you want to bet? It's like Bonnie and Clyde, it is.
What, both of them?
Yeah, with a bit of Mar Parker thrown in as well.
Yeah, it's a turn-up. I can see him. Grundy. He's got old now. You got a shooter?
No, I haven't even got a steel comb.
Pity. I could kill him from here.
No, Ernie.
Ah, it's just a joke. What are you worried about? I like a fight.
We don't want any of that, thank you.
You're right. Forget it. Tomorrow we go to the bank, and then we'll sort them out. What's happened to old Mr. Knight?
Oh, he retired a few years ago. Now, I understand from my clerk that you used to have a deposit account here.
That's right, I still have. AG 273341.
Yeah, well, there might be a slight misunderstanding. I'll just check the figures.
Oh, yes. Money in the bank, as they say. Prudence, Terence. That is the name of the game. Nice little nest egg.
With the money you get me, I can't even afford an Easter egg.
Well, if you will go clubbing and birding all the time.
Hey?
Well, I mean, Paul Getty didn't go gallivanting round his manor, did he? He was in his room looking at paintings, reading books. Telephoning his bank manager, buying an oil well. Have your own bank. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look, they even arrange your traveller's checks for you.
I take those in Bognor.
You may scoff, my son, but if you have a bank account, you have respect. Nice checkbook, a little bit of plastic.
And how come you never take checks, eh? How come it's always got to be cash, money in the hand?
Because that is business. Everyone knows that, don't they? Bit of your folding green stuff. I am talking about status, Terry. I mean, look, can you beat that? We are even open when we are closed.
That is handy, isn't it?
Well, sir, unless our records are wrong, and I'm pretty sure about our records, apparently you closed the account in 1975.
Close the account? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, as I say, in 1975...
I don't want to know anything about 1975. I've never taken a bloody penny out of this account.
But the clerk has just looked at the records.
Records? 126 grand.
All right, Mr. Groom, just wait a minute. Check the figures again. AG.
Oh, look, that is marvellous. They even have branches where you can drive in and get your dough without getting out your motor.
Takeaway. Cash and carry, innit? It's handy, that. Don't even need a good wheels man, do you?
No, that is what I call consumer service.
What about the punters who ain't got a car?
Punters who ain't got... People like that shouldn't have bank accounts in the first place, should they? As I said before, we're talking about status.
I'm quite sure there's been no irregularity.
I put all my money in your bank, right? Now you told me it's gone. So somebody must have nicked it.
Did you say nicked?
Yes, nicked.
Well, if that's the case, we must call the police.
No, I don't like the police.
Oh, really? Why?
When did old Mr. Knight retire? I hope you're not suggesting...
But was it about the time when I terminated my account with this bank?
Mr. Knight was a fine servant of the bank.
Was?
Well, he died 2 years ago on a golfing holiday in Portugal.
I could give that a bit of credit.
Thieves! Thieves, you people! You're bent! Thieves, a lot of you! Thieves, bent! The whole lot of you!
Ernie!
He forgot to sign his standing order.
What's the matter, Ernie?
They've turned me over!
Ooh!
They've done me like a kipper, I tell you!
Ooh, not the bank. Banks don't do things like that.
They bloody well do!
Look, just simmer down and get in the motor, all right? All right? Look, look.
I've gone off you again.
Sorry.
Don't let them get away.
No, hold on. This is no time for a conference.
Just a minute.
No, he's had a bit of a shock. We all have. Got it?
Hundreds of them.
What?
Knights. Bloody knights.
What were you going to do anyway?
Find the widow.
Then what? Say, excuse me, did your husband die 2 years ago, and did he say anything about a pot of paint?
You got a better idea?
Susan.
Give him a bung.
I still can't believe it. I mean, the bank manager. Are you sure, Ernie, you didn't tell somebody about the account?
They stand a chance. That bill's well over the top.
Oh, God, £224.82p plus VAT?
Ah, forget it. We can always duck out of that.
Oh, can we? You put my address on the register, remember?
Ah, well, it's not all that.
I mean, it's not all that. £224?
82p plus...
Don't you start.
That's flat.
I don't care. From now on, I'll be drinking bathwater. This is all down to me, isn't it?
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Hey, look, just a minute. Look, all bets are cancelled. Don't touch that thing. Do you know what it costs to use a dog and bone here? You could have a week in Brighton for just dialing Tim. Terence, retrieve the instrument.
Oh, sorry, son. For once, Arthur's right.
He certainly is. Now, I suggest you pack up your expensive pyjamas, courtesy of Big Spender Terry, and all the other gear, and we move out of this deluxe establishment into some humbler gap.
And where do you suggest?
His little place.
My... Oh, no. I'm sorry, no. I've got a bit of... tonight.
I don't care if you've got a bit of a you-know. With Miss World, Raquel Welsh, and the entire Dagenham Gold Pipers. Tonight, Ernie is your house guest.
Grundy! Hey, listen, I'm warning you. I'm going to chin you, little man.
Leave him, I don't care.
You shut up as well. Mr. Dodds, my father is entitled to his cut.
Cut? I'll cut his ear.
Look, just get hold of your old man. Ernie and me are going. Come on.
We're talking about money.
That's a laugh. What money?
That's right. Shout it out to all the world.
Just get in, eh, son?
I don't believe you.
Oi, are you deaf or something? Can you hear the man? The dough's gone.
Terry, don't you let her hurt them clothes.
Yeah, Ernie reckoned that Mr. Knight did a runner.
Who?
Mr. Knight. The bank manager. Should have left it with a woolly, shouldn't he?
At least we've got a name, eh?
So what?
Well, I've still got some old friends, you know.
Want to go out later?
No.
What, down the boozer?
Got any books?
Yeah, I've got a few paperbacks floating about.
Natural history?
No, I ain't got any of that. Best crimes of the century.
You trying to be funny?
Yeah. Here you go. Grub.
I'm not hungry.
That's nice, isn't it? First you want a bacon sarnie.
Just leave me alone.
You all right? I will. Not exactly a bundle of laughs, are you?
Where are you going?
Well, as it happened, I had arranged to meet a Richard. But as you're sleeping on a spare bed, which happens to be the sofa, she's not too keen on you clocking the action. Neither am I.
Well, I don't care.
Well, I bleeding do. Anyway, I phoned her.
Where are you going?
Look, Ernie, you don't want to eat, you don't want to go out, you don't want to talk.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, all right, all right. Long old time, 14 years, isn't it?
Yeah. But don't pity me, right?
The music comes on, you go out. Get it, I don't get it.
Now, you're going to behave yourself, aren't you?
Yes?
You didn't phone.
About what?
Wheels within wheels.
Do what?
Can we have a chat, Mr. Dodds? Haven't you played this game before?
No. They don't have them in the nick.
Sorry.
There you go.
Hope you're not playing for money, because he ain't got any.
There's always hope. I've got an address. The widow. Interested?
You are a greedy girl, you know.
That's right. A model's life is sweet and short. Now, I don't need Billings and Spencer, but I need you.
Let's see the address.
Let's talk about the deal.
Me, personally, I have lost money. You do understand that, don't you?
I know that, Mr. Daly, but now we've got the address.
Contacts. Oh, great.
So we can ditch Grundy and his daughter.
Oh, I don't care. I have lost money.
Obviously.
I only want to recoup my expenses. Just the expenses. Obviously a bob or two for the aggravation.
Yeah, that's right.
But what is worrying me? What is worrying me is that you will not see a penny of this money.
Why?
Because the merry widow has got the dough. So what are you going to do? You're going to pin her to the floor? Get a court order?
She's an accessory to the fact.
What?
Well, her husband was a thief. She's harbouring stolen goods. Is she going to call the police? There's still a reward for the original robbery. Never mind the manager nicking Ernie's loot. Well, maybe she's got a couple of rollers in the garage. She wouldn't want to lose those, would she? All we want is a fair percentage.
Oh, that's right, isn't it, eh? And you've got the muscle. Terry. I mean, there might be guard dogs. Servants. Two big brawny sons. Hey, in fact, we don't even need Ernie.
Don't need Ernie?
Just a thought.
No, just a minute. Are you suggesting that we elbow Ernie?
No, of course not.
No, just a minute. Let me just say something. I am an honest man. Ask anybody. True as the driven snow. My word is my bond. But what you are suggesting is dishonest, scandalous, and diabolical.
Look, forget it.
No.
Joke.
Oh, no, I will not ever forget it. In fact, I will remember this dastardly suggestion to the end of my dying days.
Honestly, a witticism.
Me too.
You don't dip in your pocket a lot, do you? But since you have found the address...
I have.
Which is very clever, very clever. And I'm sure Ernie will handsomely remunerate you for your labour. But since I am the only one who is out of pocket, I think I'm entitled to a little bonus all to myself. Large vodka slimline.
Don't start that him. Then go. I'll handle him and you and all.
Listen, you two.
Grass, super grass.
Will you shut up?
Not me, grass, me.
God, I've got two geriatric hooligans on my hands.
You want to know the truth? They had me in the nick 12 times and never said a word, right? Had no evidence against me. I could have chopped you any day.
Look, both of you, calm down, but just stand still and be quiet, right? That's better. And we're going to flat and talk about it. Go on, get in there and behave yourself. got neighbours.
You never contacted me.
Well, I was very busy at the time, and it is my dough.
I don't want any. You did your bird, it's yours.
Then why do you keep following me about all the time?
Just to set the record straight.
Yeah?
Here you go, you two.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Terry.
You don't need to worry about me. Kate's the one you should worry about. Very hard girl.
Yeah, we know that.
She must get it from her mother.
You're a bit hard yourself, Ron.
Me? A bit of a scoundrel, but not hard.
No? What about the time you threw Charlie Barnett through the window and it wasn't even open?
Yeah, but I was just a whippersnapper then.
He was Andy in those days.
Should I be impressed?
He could have done you in 2 seconds.
Good. He can look after you then. I'll go to bed.
Now, Terry, wait, sit down. You might hear something about the old days.
All our yesterday's memory lane. Now you're worse than a couple of old fighters, you.
Forget him. Did you see anything of old Bob Tobin?
Yeah, very bad with his arm. But his son, he's a solicitor now.
That's handy.
Yeah, considering his other lad's on bail for dodgy credit cards.
Your husband stole my money.
I'm sure he didn't.
He did, missus.
Absolutely true.
Well, he never said anything about it.
Well, he wouldn't, would he? But I bet he left a tiny sum.
Charles. Oh, dear. Hardly a penny. I'm afraid my Charles was a dreamer.
What's that mean?
Oh, wonderful schemes. Scatterbrain sort of things. A mink farm in Scotland. They all escaped.
Yeah, then what?
Hotel in Ireland.
Yeah, don't tell me. A bomb.
Yes.
Ulster.
He thought everything was going to settle down.
Yeah, well, he would, wouldn't he?
Then horses. He bought 6. He had this vision of winning the Grand National.
And where are they?
2 had to be destroyed. 1 is still lame, and the other 3, well, he just sold them for a song. He was a fool to himself.
You're just going to swallow that, are you?
Have you got any better idea?
Sometimes I wondered where he got the money. But if you think my Charles did something wrong, well, perhaps we better call the police.
Yeah, where'd you get your goldfish?
Oh, from a very nice man in Worthing. Are you an aquarist?
No, but I dabble a bit.
She's conning you. I want my wages. I gave you enough favours.
Well, I didn't think it was from the goodness of your heart.
Spencer, just shut up! You don't care, do you? You're old. You don't need the money. Well, I do. You look very good in the Sunday papers. Crooked bank manager, old villain, dodgy old copper, sexy model.
He wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes, he would.
Really need that.
Go get him, Rover.
Rover's going to bite your ankle later, you know that.
Spencer! Mine's faster.
You handle this.
My man will take care of the situation. Well, Mrs. Knight, it seems you have a new partner.
I'll use you again.
Spencer!
Nah. You're not even in my class, are you? Yeah, I know your game, son. 3 big heavy screws hammering one geezer, eh? Hey! I used to dream about hitting geezers like you know that, outside. It don't worry me anymore. You know, little Ernie, he's done his time, hasn't he? He's a villain, you're quite right. But he ain't greedy, see? He's a thief, yeah, but he's not greedy now. You! Look at you, you're dripping with greed. No, I'm just warning you. You talk to the papers, and I'm gonna find you. And I don't care if I do 2 years for you.
Thanks. You don't really like me, do you?
I like some of you.
Well, you got my number anyway.
No, I think I lost that.
Oh, well, in that case...
Yeah. I'll see you around. Be lucky.
Yeah, a bit peaky, some of them.
Ooh, a real expert.
No, you can call it a long life study. Look at that one. He's got arachne. A common enough pest.
Well, like Arthur, you mean?
Oh, very droll. Gives a little smack to an inoffensive screw and he's quite jack the lad.
I thought you'd done very well, Terry.
Yeah, never mind the congratulations, Ernie. I am out of pocket.
I'll tell you what. Do you remember when I was about and bought that car off you?
I remember it well. Lovely motor. Steel at £1,000. One lady owner, scrupulously serviced.
Broke down 2 days late.
Warrant. But not 14 years late.
Quit.
Ernie, the hotel.
Arthur?
What?
Those shoes, they snakeskin?
No, they're leather. Look, I have spent about...
Want a bet?
Terry, they are... Oh, Terry!
Who's a pretty boy?
Anything good? Well, it looks like a choice between managing director of British Leyland or stacking baked beans in Sainsbury's.
Rowan? Alexander Rowan?
Yes?
Hello, Muriel.
Arthur!
I've got it.
Got what?
Record player. You said you wanted a record player, remember?
Yeah, but I didn't want it for another couple of weeks, Arthur. I told you, it's for John's birthday. A couple of weeks, I said. Hello, Terry.
Standard?
Oh, Muriel, please.
Couple of weeks. I'll never hold on to that for a couple of weeks. They go like hot cakes.
Yeah, but do they go like record players?
You what?
What is that?
Genuine Chippendale. Worth a fortune.
Chippendale? A record player? Chippendale?
Yeah. Charlie Chippendale in Romford. You must have heard of him. He got the Duke of Edinburgh's Award for Industry last year.
I don't know, Arthur. I was thinking more in terms of something like a nice music centre, nothing fancy.
I could not lay my hands on one of them for a month at least. And it will cost you a lot more than this.
Oh, OK, bring it in. I suppose it'll have to do.
Terry?
Ain't you going to give us a hand?
With my back?
Hurry it up, Arthur. John's going to be back from school in a bit. I don't want him to see it. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Hurry up, Terry. Don't keep the customer waiting.
Better come and have a drink.
Oh, all right.
Right, sit down, would you? My name is Morley. I'm your probation officer. You were released this morning. Settled in all right?
Found a bed, if that's what you mean.
What do you expect? A royal suite?
Sorry?
Right, now, while you remain on parole, I am responsible for your welfare.
I know what you're responsible for, Mr. Morley. You don't have to explain.
Rowan, it's going to be hard enough getting you back to work.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I just thought I could save you some time.
Right. Now, when you went inside, your wife divorced you, took the children to Australia, is that right?
Yes.
So you've got nowhere to live?
Not yet.
You presumably know that owing to the nature of the offence you went to prison for, there's no question of you continuing to practice as an accountant.
Quite.
So you've got two immediate objectives, a job and somewhere to stay once you leave this hostel.
It's in hand.
Oh, it is it?
Yes.
You understand, of course, that if you associate at all with anyone who has a record, then...
I do understand, yes. Is that all?
Let me know if you have any problems.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones is here?
Who's that?
From the vat?
Well, turn the vat off.
Look.
No, it's all right. It's all right. He made an appointment yesterday. You said it was okay.
Hell's bells. All right, wheel him in. Oh, Miss Fraser.
Yes?
Any word from Kuwait yet?
Not yet, Mr. Standen.
Well, keep trying.
Of course, Mr. Standen. Would you like...
Now then, what do you want?
Hello, Ted.
Well, I'll be damned.
Probably, yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't know you were. Well,
out is the word.
Oh, sit down, sit down. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm just making sure it isn't all wired up.
Still got your old sense of humour, I see.
No, I haven't, Ted. I lost it the first day inside.
Have a cigar. They're Havana's, hand rolled. You used to smoking one in each hand.
Something else I learned to do without.
Yeah, what's all this VAT malarkey, eh?
It's the only way I could get in here.
What's that? My ear's on the blink. You're welcome any time, old son. Stone to crows, we're friends, aren't we?
I don't know. Are we?
Is the Pope Polish?
You look the picture of success, Ted. Very nice. You could be Rupert Murdoch sitting there. Oh, come on. Relax. You don't have to call in your muscle.
You want your old job back, Alec? You got it.
We both know why I'm here, Ted, so let's stop punching about. I want my 60 grand. My unpaid salary, you promised me.
Alex, I have to tell you something. While you were inside, there's been the most almighty recession. It's hit the property market right in the kishkas.
I kept your name out of court, Standen, and I kept you out of prison. The price, if you recall, was agreed at 60,000. You said it would be waiting for me when I got out. Well, here I am.
Kid up, Frank. I haven't got it.
You keep twice that in petty cash.
Straight up, I haven't got it.
How's Muriel?
Haven't a clue, we got divorced.
All right, then. What about little Johnny? It'd be a shame if anything happened to him, wouldn't it?
Don't try and frighten me, Rowan. I'm fireproof. Tell you what I'll do. I'll pay for a week's bed and board at the local YM. Can't be fairer than that, can I? Nobody ever accused Ted Standen of being cheapskate. Did they, Charlie?
Nobody ever accused you of being a cheapskate, Mr. Standen.
Boy, watch where you're going. What's the matter with you? You blind or something? Give those back! Let's go for a little spin.
Oh, and here's your bag.
Oh, Bennett. What happened to you? Fall off the train or something?
I'm all right.
What happened? John!
Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing to get worked up about.
Who was it?
A couple of yobs from Lanscombe School.
Right, that settles it. From now on, I fetch you.
No, you can't.
You watch me.
Mum, you haven't picked me up from school since I was 10. It'll make me look a child. But I'm all right. Really. Who are you calling? Look, I hope you realise this wasn't my idea.
Oh, no.
How ridiculous.
No more than me, sunshine. Listen. How do you know they were from the local comprehensive?
Well, they said so.
Oh, they introduced themselves, did they? Leave off.
They called me names. Usual routine. Goes on all the time. We get one of them, and they get one of us.
We?
Not me personally. I leave that to the rugger mob.
Yeah, but don't you want to get even with them?
You mean, am I out for revenge?
Yeah, it's only natural, isn't it?
No, it isn't natural. Look, one of the few characteristics separating humans from animals is our ability, if we choose, to rise above our baser instincts.
Give us a lager, Dave.
Right, Terry.
Arthur. Arthur. Oi, you.
Terry, sometimes you make me quite perturbed.
Listen, how much longer have I got to play nursemaid to that kid?
As long as it takes.
How long's that?
Well, Terry, you got something against gainful employment? I mean, if you have, just say the word. I'll nip down the nearest exchange and take my pick from saddle soapers to brain surgeons.
Look, all I'm saying is that young Einstein is not mad about me waiting at the gates every night. And frankly, neither am I.
Well, you're not there to be popular. You're there to stop him getting knocked about by a load of comprehensive yobbos.
You're talking to one of those comprehensive yobbos, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Terry, 35p.
Look, his mother is a dear and valued friend. I am doing her a favour.
Well, you go and wait for him every night, then. And take the lip from his mates.
Terry, are you telling me you can't cope with a bunch of school kids? Oh, dear, I'm going to have a look at your ongoing potential. Now, look, drink your drink. Shut up.
I think I'll have a touch of the tincture, landlord.
Sounds as though you had a good day, Morris.
I have saved my good friend Abraham Jabowitz 560 quid on his income tax. That's what sort of a day I've had. Hey, what do you think of that, Arthur? 560 big 'uns.
500. I think I'll go and work at Victoria Station. It's quieter.
Hello, what's this?
No, it's just some old stock I managed to shift.
Genuine Chippendale record players?
Yeah, I want to find out what it comes to, if you don't mind.
Arthur.
What?
If you don't come to £427 35p, get yourself a better calculator.
How much?
Perhaps we could discuss your slate, Arthur. Look, after VAT and tax, I don't get none of it. I don't know why I bother. You would have to show off, wouldn't you?
Right, I'm going. Doing the school run, ain't I? Early.
What's he on about?
No, he's minding Muriel Standon's kid.
Don't tell me you know Ted Standon?
No, but I know his ex-missus.
B&C King.
B&C, Morris? What's that?
Bribery and corruption. Standon's turned it into a fine art.
Oh, for us! Hello, what's in your case then, you melon? Look, leave me alone! All right, that two hands off. Hang about, cowboy, this ain't your fight.
You're wrong again, Tarzan.
No, don't be silly, sonny. Come on, you big brave boy, do you want some?
All right, you. Let's go and have a chat with your headmaster, eh?
Leave off your baby arm! Keep still then. Wait! We're not from Lanscombe School.
Do what?
We're not from the comprehensive.
Are these the same two jokers as last week?
I believe so.
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, then, come on, what's the game?
Somebody paid us too!
Paid you? Who?
I don't know.
How'd you get your money then?
It's at the post office. Look, we didn't hurt him, honest. Duff him up a bit, they said. Once a week.
Oh, God, on your bike and don't come back. Pick up your case. So who'd pay to have you done over?
I don't know.
What's it all about?
I've no idea.
Well, I have.
Hold on, where you going?
Make sure he does his own work.
Well, you heard her. Get stuck in or there'll be no television.
Yes, I know about the regulations, Sir Brian. But there's ways round everything. Yeah. Well, why don't we have lunch and talk about it?
Hit the tick, Julie, and stand back. Fine. Ted.
Oh, I'll call you back.
I want a word with you.
I've got an important call come through from New York. Yes, bye. What do you want, Muriel? And make it quick.
Someone is paying to have John roughed up.
Do what?
Once a week. Now, I want to know who, and I want to know why.
How do you mean, roughed up?
I thought you'd know, you Burke. It's written all over your face. It's something to do with one of your rotten deals, isn't it? Someone trying to put the arm on you through John.
I've no idea what you mean.
Oh, no. Oh, dear me, no.
You think I'd stand here and let that happen to the kid?
You'd help if there was a couple of quid in it.
What kind of father do you think I am, Muriel? Didn't I start a trust fund for the lad? Who are you ringing?
The police?
No cop.
Right, then let's get down to business, shall we?
You remember Alex Rowan?
Yes.
Well, he's out. He says I owe him. He's only ninepence in the bleeding shilling. I don't know him a bean.
Then I can tell him it's Rowan?
Bring in the police, and Rowan will blow the whistle, which will put me away for a start.
Where you belong?
Which will stop your maintenance and the kids' school fee. The whole gravy train, Muriel.
Come on, girl, keep punching.
I'd sooner be on the game than work for him. How do you stand it?
He pays me 3 times what I get anywhere else. And in a few months' time, I'm going to have enough money to put down on my house. And then, bye-bye.
Good for you.
What do you mean, letting her in?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Standen. Don't you wish to see Mrs. Standen in future?
And what about my call? You wait.
Hey, what's all this?
Once upon a time, there was a bloke called Arthur Daly. He was a nice enough sort of geezer.
Oh, help yourself.
He just couldn't mind his own business.
Ah, no. If it's about them record players.
Always poking his nose in where it didn't belong. One day, along comes somebody who broke it off. So, you call off your boy for minding Ted Standen's kid, all right?
Yeah. Of course.
That way you get to keep your nose. And your teeth.
Any more tea in that pot?
Oh, yeah, I'll get you another cup.
Don't bother, you haven't got a foot in your mouth, have you?
No, not yet, no. So where'd you go?
See his dad.
And?
It's one of his oppos. They fell out.
Well, what'd he say?
That John?
Yeah.
He said teach him karate.
Well, that's it. He's not going to fix a geezer.
That's it.
Not exactly a family man, is he?
When it comes to warmth and affection, Ted makes Hitler look like Francis of Assisi.
So what are you going to do?
Well, for a start, I'm going to ask you to go on minding him.
Yeah, OK, sure.
I know it's a drag, love. What else can I do?
Well, I'm not exactly mad about people who take it out on kids.
Tough.
This other bloke, what was his name?
Rowan. Alex Rowan. He was Ted's chief accountant. Then there was this bribery and corruption case. Must be 3 years ago now. About the time Ted and me split. Rowan went down and Ted stayed out. He was supposed to pay Rowan to keep stum.
And now he wants his money.
Which Ted isn't forking out. Typical. Blood out of a stone's a doddle compared with getting him to let go of cash.
Listen, I better shoot. And don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him.
You're the first person in years I feel I can trust, Terry. You know that?
And that's me, innit? Old dependable.
Bye, love.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
So, it is to do with my father.
Oh, Terry, thank God you're here. I want words.
Thought you had enough of those already, Arthur.
No. This is no time to be satirical, my son. I have got a job for you I can't begin to describe. Lovely money, 4-day week, double time after 5 o'clock.
Hey, sounds handsome, doesn't it? Yeah, as soon as I've finished at the standings, I'll do it, certainly.
No, you don't understand. You have to start tomorrow.
Don't be daft, I can't, can I?
Well, why can't you?
Well, I just told you.
Look, if you're worried about the kid, don't, because I talked to his mother and she don't mind.
When did you talk to her?
When?
Yeah, when? What time?
What is this, the Old Bailey? Am I on trial or something?
No, the only thing is, I spoke to her an hour ago and she was begging me to stay on.
All right, Terry, I'll be honest with you. No, come here, look. I have just had a discussion with a bloke. A big bloke, and I mean big, one of them. And we reviewed the situation, and the upshot was that if you don't stop minding the kid, I am going to lose things.
What sort of things?
Just Things? Parts of me that I'd rather hang on to. No, I'm serious, Terry.
Look, wasn't it the great Arthur Daly who once said, loyalty is above value?
Yeah, but it's loyalty and loyalty, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. So when Muriel tells me to quit, I'll quit. All right?
He ain't getting the message, is he, Mr. Rowan?
No.
What do you want us to do?
I don't know, let me think a minute.
If you ask me, we ought to have another word with his gaffer, that Arthur Daly bloke. Pull his ears off. What do you say, Phil?
Yeah. Listen, you two, I don't want anyone face down in the river. This isn't Chicago. I'm not Al Capone. Just persuade them with something a little less, well, permanent.
What hand you right with?
This one.
Right, so that means you lead with this one, right? That's there for protection. Keep it up high all the time. Right, that's it. Now you'll think you'll have to look at the geese you're going to hit, right? So, hit me.
I don't want to hit you.
Well, pretend I'm your dad.
Oh, look, why bother? I'm not interested in all this macho stuff.
Listen, do you want me wet nursing you for the rest of your naturals?
No.
Well, come on, try. I'm your dad, right? You don't like me, do you, son? No, I'll make you stand up straight. What you doing? Be a man. Come on, son. Come on. Tote that barge, lift that bale. Come on. Oh, no. Hold on. Come here. By the time you learn to box, you'll be in one. Look, pretend I'm you, right? Now grab me round the back of the neck like that geezer did the other day. No, grab me round the neck. That's it, right. Now, you don't need all this kung fu, although it does help, right? All you need is the heel down the shin and wallop. Right on the instep. That'll stop him from creaming you.
I find this conversation extremely distasteful.
There. Well, you suit yourself, then.
No, wait. I'm sorry.
Thanks for trying to help him, Terry.
He may be brain of Britain, but he ain't going to get any A-levels at self-defence.
I've always been too protective. I wish I hadn't now. There's a big bad world out there just waiting to ease him up.
Yeah, well, thanks for the nosh.
You off anywhere special tonight?
No, I'm just shooting down a Winchester for a cuff. Get so bored going to the Savoy night after night.
Do us a favour.
I don't think I've got time.
Take him with you.
Hey?
Please.
Well, what for?
Not going to learn much about life sitting here watching telly every night.
Well, do you fancy coming down to my club for a drink or what?
Have I got to change?
No, they'll let you in like that. Just get a jacket, you don't want to catch a chill, do you? You a bit of a punter, are you?
Only on certainty.
Let me give you a little fact of life. With these, there is no such thing as a certainty.
Well, we'll see.
Got it?
One more go yet.
I'll put in here, not a sniff. Woohoo! I sell a new school uniform with that lot. Not even taxed on it. Dear old Lord, what a stroke of luck.
Stroke of luck? I've been watching them. Every 8 goes is a small win, and every 15, a big one. Just enough to keep people playing.
Do you work that out all by yourself?
See what an expensive education does for you. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
You're not old enough.
I'm 18 tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Well, in that case, you can buy me a drink, but you can't buy you one, can you? Come on.
Same again?
Yeah, lager and a Coke. On in.
Big spender, eh?
Big winner, look.
Why do you work as a minder, Terry?
It beats starving.
Get much job satisfaction, do you?
You have to make do with the talents you've got. You'll find that out, son. Do you know what you're going to do when you grow up?
There's no question about that.
Well, what?
I'm going to sort my father out, once and for all.
Arthur,
Muriel.
what a nice surprise. Come in.
Oh, Tom. Sorry it's so late, but I just happened to be passing and...
It's all right.
Not interrupting anything, am I?
Far from it. Take your coat off, have a drink.
Oh, Tom.
Vodka and tonic, isn't it?
You just a touch, Muriel. Yes, a touch. You're looking well.
It's divorce, love. Made a new woman of me. All I need now is a new man. Cheers.
Cheers. How's Terry getting on?
Oh, fine. He's a grand lad, Arthur.
Salt of the earth.
Why?
Hmm?
Why'd you ask?
Well, no, he's not, He's feeling all right, is he?
Yeah.
Not looking a bit peaky.
No. Arthur, what are you trying to say? Come on, spit it out. There's nothing wrong with Terry, is there?
He's a brave kid. They threw away the mould when they made him, I tell you.
What is it? What's the matter with him?
It's, the old ticker.
Heart. Terry's got heart.
Doctors told him to take it easy. His old white-haired grandma's told him, but he won't listen. You see, he's got this thing about loyalty. He cannot, once he's started a job, he cannot leave it until it's finished. Never mind the strain on him.
Arthur, why didn't you tell me? I had no idea.
Well, I thought look after a kid for a couple of days, just up his street. Not too strenuous. Because, see, I didn't realise how long it was going to go on. I mean, I should have thought. I mean, I realised that. I blame myself.
But you let him take that record player all the way up to the attic.
But that is exercise. I mean, he's got to get exercise. But punch-ups is tension.
See? Oh, how awful. Well, I'll get someone else, of course, right away.
Oh, it's very good of you, Muriel.
If only I'd known.
There is just one thing, Muriel.
Hmm.
When you tell him, don't let him know that you know about his trouble.
Right.
See, he's got this terrible pride. He cannot bear people making allowances for him, you know what I mean?
Glad you told me, Arthur.
Well, I thought it my duty, Muriel.
Well, with the amount of money I required, you can get a taxi.
You buy one, couldn't you?
Just about.
Your mum go mad, you know. Hey, hold on. Back off, Pete. Wait, don't get hasty, son.
Wait a sec. What is this, Marquis of Bleeding Queensbury?
Yeah, and I think it's busted.
Oh, my foot. It's all swollen up. Don't believe this. Two biggest jelly beans I've ever seen.
We're not used to this lot, but nowadays you got to take what's going, haven't you?
That's right, sunshine. So you're going to tell me where Rowan is?
Well, tell him, Ron, will you? Then we can go home. He'll be in Sid's nursery tomorrow 11, straight up.
Where?
Sid's nursery.
Thank you. Come on, ladies. It's time to go home. Well done, Rocky.
Thanks.
Exactly, see, just go for the vital parts. It's easy, isn't it? Oh, I'll tell you what, you would have been proud of John Boy tonight.
There are these two chaps.
John, it's late. You got school tomorrow. Off to bed, go on.
But can't I tell you?
You tell me tomorrow. Now, good night.
I'll see you, Terry.
Yeah, rock on. Well done.
Thanks.
Look, I'm sorry if I kept him out too late.
No, it's not that.
I'll tell you what, if it hadn't been for him, I would have ended up as hamburger meat tonight.
What? You've not been in a fight, have you?
Well, no,
oh,
there was-
God, are you all right? You ought to be resting. Why don't you sit down or something? Come on.
Get up, I'm all right.
Terry, love, I'm really grateful for what you've done for John.
Yeah, he's come along fine, hasn't he?
Here,
What's that?
it's what I owe you. I'm having to let you go.
They're not finished with him yet, you know.
I'll manage. We'll be all right.
Well, you're the boss. Just turns round and gives me my cards. I don't understand it. Give us a lager, Dave.
No, Maury.
I mean, There's no reason given, nothing.
Well, who knows with women, my son? 1 minute you beat them off with a club, the next it's don't slam the door on your way out.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Everybody goes Dutch now, don't they? Bloody common market. Vodka and tea, please, Dave.
Right.
Well, cards or no cards, I'm not done yet.
What does that mean?
I owe that kid a favour for last night.
Now, look, Terry, leave charity work to the Sally Army and Jimmy Savile, will you? You're off the payroll. End.
That'll be 60p, Arthur.
Let's stick it on the slate, Dave.
Arthur, I want to have a word with you about your slate.
Dave, I am busy. I am in conference.
Arthur, would you have a word with my financial advisor?
You owe my client £13.41p.
Client? Am I going to flee the country for 13 quid?
Probably.
Look, I don't come here to be insulted.
No? Where do you go?
How's the Chippendale record players doing, Arthur?
You know, this recession is killing old-fashioned friendliness. The ice is getting into the soul of this country, just like they said in New Society.
It's too early for that, I'll see you.
Where are you off to?
A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Come back.
No, I'm just going to have a quiet word with this Rowan geezer.
Alex Rowan?
Yeah, do you know him?
The bloke who just done some for Ted Stanton.
Yeah, that's the one.
I taught him all he knows. Not all I know, though.
You taught him, Murray? I didn't know you was a professor.
Evening classes. I took a class or two back in the Punic Wars. He was the best accountant of the year. Young Rowan. And he screwed up. He got ambition. And from there to being a crook is a very short step for mankind. So what does he do? He goes and works for Ted Stanton. And before you can say Charlton Athletic, he's flopping out.
Yeah, well, your star pupil is now beating up kids.
Hey, Terry. If you go out through that door, don't bother to come back. Just keep on going. Because it is the end of the road for you and me.
What is this? Gone with the bleeding wind?
I am serious, Terry. I'm using my serious voice.
Just a minute. I mean, Alex Rowan was never heavy metal. I mean, it's not like him to use fright.
Stanton owes him money.
Well, what's it to you, anyway?
I'll tell you what it's to me. There's two things in life I can't stand. Sugar in tea, and the other is a man who bribes his way into replacing churches with multi-storey car parks. Where is Rowan now?
In a little cafe round the corner.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Just a minute. May I remind you, we have an agreement, an arrangement. I tell you what to do and where to go, and you do very well out of it, Terry, if I may say so.
Oh, yeah?
I have an assignment for you now, and I can't have my employees swanning around...
Arthur.
What?
Shove it.
That was gratuitously offensive, Terry.
Terry! Phone. Cheers, Dave. Hello? Hello, John. No, well, your mum pays the bills, so what she says goes. Sorry to hear about what? My heart? She said what? Arthur? Oi, oi! Oh, come here! Oi, you!
Now listen, Terry.
No, you listen, driver. Just sit there and shut up.
Hello, Alex. Maury.
Hello, Alex.
All right.
Come on. Go for a nice little drive, eh? Down by the river. Driver?
I didn't want to get rough, I swear it, but what else could I do?
All right, how long did you work for Stanton?
A couple of years.
So he was nowhere more bodies are buried than the gravedigger.
Nothing I can use against him.
Just think a minute. Don't be hasty.
Terry, I'm not serving any useful purpose here, so I'll just slide off and get a few chores.
No. You can serve a useful purpose here by staying here and shutting up.
Yeah, but look...
Otherwise, I'll tell your dear friend Muriel what a lousy fibber you are and how you deceive her something rotten.
Terry, this Stanton, he don't fool around, you know. I mean, anyone who gets in his way ends up propping up flyovers.
Arthur?
What?
Don't upset me.
No.
Alex, Stanton must have plenty of cash about to bribe the punters. Well, he's got to keep it somewhere. Now think.
He keeps it all over the place. I know he milks his son trust fund for a start.
He put money by for John. That's a giggle, we can't stand him.
Well, of course he can't, but we can't prove anything. I mean, the firm that manages the fund is owned by Stanton.
How old is the boy?
Who cares? He's underage.
He's 17. No, hold on. It's his birthday. He's 18 today.
17, 18? What is all the fuss about?
He's 18? Terry, can you find him?
John?
Hi, Terry.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, fine.
Come here. Got someone I want you to meet.
This is Maury, Mr. Levin.
Hello, son.
How do you do? What's going on there?
Listen, do you remember when I asked you what you wanted to do when you grow up? And you said you wanted to get even with your old man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you mean it?
Of course I did.
And I'm right in thinking today's your birthday.
That's right.
Many happy returns.
Thanks.
How old are you?
18. Look, what's this all about?
Today you're grown up.
That's right. The majority age is 18 now.
Well, just think a minute, John. You're legally grown up. You can do all the things mature grown-ups do. You can get drunk. You can see porno pictures. You can vote. You can join the army and shoot people.
Yes, but what...
And also, John, you can sue people.
Come here a minute. There's a bloke here who owes you an apology.
Sorry, John.
I've got a good mind to turn you over to the coppers, you great bully.
Oh, Muriel.
It's okay, Mum. We sorted things out. Thanks.
And you shouldn't be doing so much running around.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that at the moment. Maury wants to ask you a question.
Yes. Mrs. Standard, tell me, do you sincerely want to be rich?
You what?
Well, John's father set up a trust fund for the boy some time ago. Isn't that right?
When he was 2, yes. Why?
Yeah, well, knowing what he was like, didn't you find that a bit odd?
Well, I just assumed that was his way of hiding some funny money. That's his main hobby.
Well, John here is now qualified to ask questions about his trust fund. Him being 18 today and everything.
What kind of question?
Awkward ones, I hope.
You couldn't handle your father, John. You wouldn't know where to start.
No, but Maury would.
You mean you'd act for?
He's red hot with figures. When I put up the idea, he was the first person I thought of. I mean...
That'll do, Arthur.
Well, I would gladly act as John's accountant.
Right, let's get started then.
But there's just one snag.
Snag? You didn't say nothing about a snag.
What's wrong?
Standon knows me, knows my face. I wouldn't last 5 seconds.
Fine time to tell us, isn't it?
All right, no sweat.
What do you mean, no sweat?
Well, I can tell someone else what to say. I mean, I could write it down. We just need someone that Standon doesn't know to go in and act the part.
Well, it's only Terry and me.
Terry's too young.
Hey, hold on. You can't be serious. No, don't be ridiculous. Never.
Arthur?
Oh, hello, John.
Hello, Miss Fraser. I'd like to see my father, please.
Of course. John's here.
John who?
Your son.
He's after money. Tell him nothing to do. You think I'd do photocopy?
It's my birthday.
It's his birthday.
What? Oh, God, all right. 5 minutes.
Good luck, love.
Thanks.
Sit down. What's all this about a birthday?
Oh, that's right, Dad.
I didn't make a note of it.
Well, you said you wanted to see me on my birthday. Maybe if it's inconvenient,
No, sit down. I've got a lot on my plate right now.
I understand.
I'm hanging on this big deal with the Arab.
Sounds terrific, Dad.
So I'm not talking about a few quid here. I mean, this one involves millions.
Well, if anyone can pull it off, you can.
Yeah. Oh, no, John, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right.
Because you can't rush these blokes. As a matter of fact, it's like trying to do business with a bleeding glacier.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'm with him.
Mr. Standon?
Yeah.
You're a friend of Mr. Standon?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Are you sure you got the right place?
He just came in. Young geezer with glasses.
Oh, you mean Mr. Standon Jr.? John?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Oh, hello. An old geezer with glasses.
May I help you, sir?
No, I'm with him.
I see.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Don't tell me. You're with them?
That's right.
Just a minute. I know you.
Left school when I was 15, did a paper round, worked on building sites, dug potatoes. Hard days, lad. But it made a man of me. I remember the time...
Dad?
What?
May I ask you a question, please?
What a father's for, but to answer questions from their children.
It's about my trust fund.
You what?
You set one up for me, didn't you?
What's this sudden interest in your trust fund? I mean, it doesn't mature till you reach majority.
Well, I was talking to my accountant today.
Just a minute, hold on. You were talking to your... what?
My accountant.
Oh, I see. You've got an accountant, have you?
Yes.
Just a kid.
No, Father. I'm 18 today, and that is the age of majority. So, I would like to discuss my financial affairs, starting with my trust.
Get out, wasting my time with these dopey ideas. Go on, off it.
Actually, I brought him along. I think you should sit in on this. Would you step in, Mr. Daly?
Yeah. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
This is my father, Mr. Daly.
Arthur E. Daly, Institute of Certified Accountants.
I'm going to count to 3.
My client would like to discuss the trust fund that you set up in 1964, I understand?
2.
To mature when he came of age. Is that correct?
3.
And that's what your darling boss did to him.
But that's all.
Yeah, you watch out, Miss Fraser. You could be next.
You could be right.
My client would like to know when he can expect to use the income from the fund.
Miss Fraser, where the hell's Charlie?
Was any arrangement made to do so prior to the maturity of the trust? It is managed, I understand, by Filbert Nominees Limited, a company resident in the Isle of Wight.
Man.
Isle of Man. Correct.
Who told you about Filbert Nominee?
I also understand the aforementioned company, the controlling body of my client's trust fund, is a company wholly owned by Standen Enterprises, to which you, Mr. Standen.
Who gave you this load of old cobblers, eh?
I also understand from my client that you're not exactly a strong candidate for Parent of the Year award. So the idea of you setting up a trust fund for your son is about as likely as, well, Crystal Palace winning the European Cup. I am willing to lay you on that if we was to look into this trust fund, instead of the 200,000 that should be there, we find nothing but a couple of old buttons and a dead rat.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Mrs. Standen said you were saving up to buy a house.
Well, I'm just going to have to skimp on the carpets, aren't I?
Thank you, Ted. I know how that must have hurt.
Excuse me, Mr. Rowan, may I, Oh, in all the excitement, you've gone and signed it 1991, Mr. Standen. And your initial. So, there we are. We've not quite finished yet, Mr. Standen.
It's bloody daylight robbery.
Yes, well, you probably know more about that than we would. It's a little matter of Mrs. Standen's maintenance, and her mortgage, and my client's school fees. I have all the papers here. They're all in arrears. Well, a busy man like you can't be expected to remember everything, can he? What should we say, year's payment in advance for all 3? Good, well done. Thank you for being so understanding. You see how efficient you can be when you try.
Go to well.
Thank
you. You better answer it. Might be Mr. Wright.
Fat Jones. Hello, Mr. Standen's office. Wait. I'll hold. Put them through.
Well, I think that concludes my client's business. Thank you for your time, sir.
I hope you mean that.
Mean what?
Conclude. Nothing personal. But if you fetch up here again, I'll have you shredded.
My word is my bond, Mr. Standen.
Glad to hear it.
Of course, if by any chance these cheques are not honoured...
Leave it out. I think I want the fraud squad having a working holiday on the Isle of Man.
No, of course not. Nice room. You know what it needs? Record player. Sort of antique. Chippendale.
Yeah. So then we could set all this to music, couldn't we? Go on, get out.
Thank you.
I don't believe this. You've done it.
Oh, I certainly have. There we are.
He was fantastic.
He certainly was. It was nothing. All you need is a bit of chutzpah, bit of nerve. He who dares wins, remember that.
Yes, you can put them through. Look, don't go without me. I'm going to buy you a drink. Hello? Sheikh Rashid? You're ready to sign the contract. Good. Yes. Yes, I will tell Mr. Standen. He is in conference at the moment with the delegation from Israel. He's helping them build a missile base. Hello? He rang up.
I looked Standen square in the eye. I said, Standen, your threats don't frighten me. I have been frightened by experts. And in comparison, you nondescript script, Pete, you are still at kindergarten. And here is the pitch, I said. Either you pay up or you have me to deal with in more ways than one. Or words to that effect.
Listen, I don't expect you'll hear this very often, but I'm proud of you, my son.
Well, I'm very proud of John for standing up to his father like that. Come here.
Hello, happy birthday, John.
Well, it was Maury who told me what to say.
Arthur, could I have my script back? You never know, I may be able to use it again.
Maury, I didn't actually use the script, you know. I mean, I just used a basic idea, and I'm more extemporising, you know. I mean, I'm very good at thinking on my feet.
Mr. Daly?
Yes, my son.
Mum says you know all about record players.
Does she?
Well, the thing is, she bought me one for my birthday.
Oh, did she?
The thing is, it won't work.
Won't work?
She said she went to some Flash Harry who sold her a dud.
Somebody told me they were intended for the Swedish market. Won't go on our electricity. Of course, I don't know.
Mum said if I talk to you, maybe you could get it fixed.
Oh, did she?
It's lucky you can think on your feet, isn't it, son?
I can think on my feet.
Arthur?
What?
Who's paying for this junkie?
It's on me. It's the least I can do. Landlord? Sorry, I haven't got anything smaller than that.
I'm sure I can change it for you, sir. For you, sir, we do have credit. Have you ever considered becoming a member of this establishment?
Proposed.
Seconded.
Third.
Hereby elected.
Come on then, speech.
My friends, for so you all are, I don't want to dwell on my involvement with this business this afternoon, but I would just like to say these few words.
Drink from me.
The drinks are on me.
Oh.
You know, no!
Drinks are all right, Eric, what you having? A large one. It's a large Bacardi and Coke over there.